Well, welcome back, everyone. So, in our last session, if you guys recall, Sheriff Hemlock came to you the day after the raid of Sandpoint by the goblins during the Swallowtail Festival. You guys rested. He came and found you the following morning and described to you that there was a disturbance at the crypts in behind the chapel, and you guys went to go investigate. When you went into the crypt, or actually just before you got to the crypt, I believe Jasin rolled a pretty good survival check, and you guys discerned that there was a whole bunch of goblin tracks around the main crypt, the main mausoleum. But you also noted that there was humanoid tracks as well, leading into the crypt. The door was partially broken in, and when you guys entered it, you were attacked. Do you remember being attacked?
I do.
Yes.
Excellent. Yes, you guys.
I do.
You came in, and you were attacked by two skeletons that shambled their way to you and began attacking you guys very aggressively, as the undead usually do. When we finished, skeleton number 2 was finished its turn, and that's where it is. Everybody can see the map okay?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. All right. And today's...
Wait, no, are we sure? Sorry for interrupting. Are we sure the second one got up to us? Because last thing I remember, we stopped. It was beside me. I had a readied action, and it was attacking one of the others.
Okay.
The first one, the second one never got up to me.
No, the second one never got to you. You're right. It had moved up, but we finished...
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it finished its move by moving up. And then that's where we ended it at the end of the monsters round. So today we've got Alex playing Baron. We've got Jonathan playing Jasin. We've got Nathan playing Tirana. And we've got Matt playing Tavian. So let's pick up where we left off. If you guys want, open up the combat tracker. Because Cher is not here, we're just going to skip over Kalia's turn. And I've got some things I got to do here in the background. All right, fantastico.
Just cheating as usual, eh?
Well, yeah. Hello. That's my job. That is definitely my job. I need Baron and Tavian to make perception rolls, please.
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are kind of focused on what's in front of you. Okay. All right. Tirana, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 right up here and start whacking at the skeleton.
You got it. Go ahead.
Swords aren't going to do amazing amounts of damage to this thing, but
Why would
any's better than none.
Why would swords not work against this skeleton?
They got damage reduction.
Oh,
Well, I can only be,
does your character actually know that?
uh,
You can make a
well,
knowledge religion check to find out if you know that.
sure, why not?
Why not? Knowledge checks in battle are free, so go for it. Oh yeah, you know that. Yep. You know that skeletons, because of the bone, They don't take damage from as much damage from piercing and slashing weapons.
Yep. Alrighty. Cutlass number 1. Bah.
Yep, that's a
Cutlass
miss.
number 2. Bah.
That is also a miss. All right,
Alrighty.
Justin. Yeah, that's it. Hey, buddy, that's all you want to do?
Yep.
Very good.
Alright.
Justin, you're up.
If I move here, Teach,
Yep.
can I shoot the skeleton without any penalties? Or?
You will still have a bit of a penalty because the boys in front are covering that skeleton. So he will have cover.
Woot woot.
Now,
And if you miss, you're gonna hit one of us.
could I have made it to this spot?
What's your speed?
30, I
So
believe.
you would have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes, you could have gone sneaking around. You would have gone kind of through Tirana Square because you had to go around the corner. So that is,
That would be good.
yep, that's a good spot.
Cool. I shall. Why am I not in combat mode? Oh, I did the wrong thing. That was supposed to be for the skeleton number 1.
Okay, you want to have that on skeleton 1?
Yep.
No problem. We'll just drag and drop that. That is a hit.
Crit hit.
Well, it's a dirty 20. Dirty 20. All right. So the arrow lodges in its ribs, and you don't see that it's been very effective. In fact, not at all. Just kind of went in between the ribs, kind of poked out the other side, and just now he's got an arrow he's gonna stab you with.
You know, if he turns around.
Yes, that's if he does turn around. All right then. Okay, I need you to make a perception check, please, Jessin. Oh, nice. So you hear from the adjacent room to your left, right here, some noises, shuffling, but it doesn't sound like, shuffling. It's actually quite quick shuffling. And you also spot something hiding behind some rubble over in that corner. You're not sure what it is. It's lying quite low against some of the rubble and the strewn out caskets of this crypt. But you definitely heard something coming from to your immediate left. Okay?
Yep.
And from that very room I just mentioned runs out a zombie. Now you can obviously see that it's a decayed body, but it's a goblin, rotted and decayed, and it's running very, very fast and comes tearing out around the corner. And now it has a decision to make. 1 and 2, it's going to be Jasin. 3 and 4, it'll be Tirana. Oh yeah, it sees the big half orc and goes tearing over. Goes that way, and then on the angle to Tirana. It does not provoke attack of opportunity, but it is going to make an attack on Tirana. Those who would like to can roll the religion check. It misses Tirana. Anybody with religion?
Not here.
Yeah, that's engineering, Nathan. Yeah. Yeah, you're just surprised at how fast this little goblin zombie ran at you.
Yeah.
And from the room comes another one, and now it just turns the corner and goes straight at Jessin. Attacks Jessin. Oh, hits him. Wow, I didn't really expect him to hit. Whoop. And bludgeons Jessin with a small but strong undead fist.
Oh.
Taven, you're up. You see next to your compatriots that these two goblin zombies came tearing out of this one room. You've got a skeleton in front of you and a skeleton adjacent to you as you are showing on the map.
Well, I will go after the original query, which is that skeleton there, skeleton 1. And I will hit it with quarterstaff fury of blows.
Excellent. Pop, pop. 2 misses. What? Ow. Let me check something real quick.
It's the lighting, I swear.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely. It's the lighting. There was a glint off of out of the corner of your eye and the door.
The top of the tombstone.
Yeah. Your eyes started to water. Yeah. Okay. Baron, you see your monk buddy next to you takes a couple whiffs at the baton. Came so close to actually hitting, but did not. What would you like to do, Baron?
Alright. I was originally planning on bashing this skeleton with my shield.
All right, you've got it on your character sheet now, Alex.
Yep, that means I can just attack the skeleton now?
You can.
Perfect. That sucked.
All right. With your shield, and you're like, hey, wait, I can bash it with my shield. You bring it forward, and you just kind of more push up against it, and it pushes up against you. You don't really have much of a thrust there. It's kind of crowded where you guys are right now. Your compatriots are kind of in the way. Would you like to move? You have a move action if you'd like.
Would that provoke an attack of opportunity?
All depending on which way you go. If you just back up 5 feet, no.
Alright, I think I'm going to do that then.
Okay. Make a hole.
Making some room.
Making some room. All right.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Skeleton number 1. Well, skeleton number 1 is a little, upset about this monk attacking it. So, no, that's not true. They don't think. But anyway, it's just going to attack Tavian. And it hits Taven. Nice. 3 points of damage. The broken scimitar, rakes across your flesh. You might have tetanus. You did get your tetanus shot, right, Taven?
I think I'm due for another shot for that.
Yeah, I think you might want to. Skeleton 2 rushes up to you and takes a swipe with its broken scimitar. And misses you. Deftly misses you. Callie is not here. Whoop whoop. Alright. Oh, dang it. I need everybody in the front line to make perception check.
Got it.
I'm just joined. It's Pierre.
Pierre.
Hello.
Hello, Pierre. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Okay.
I see everything.
Ah, you guys are doing good, except for
So does Baron.
Tirana.
Come away.
Tirana's a little distracted. Everybody else sees a skeletal wolf in behind them, a whole bunch of broken items. It was trying to be stealthy, and it failed. It's just a skeleton after all. Can't blame it. And it unfortunately cannot break into the fighting, but it moves down to here. And that is its move. Everybody sees it, right?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Tirana, you're like, ah, there's a skeletal wolf.
All right. I'm going to switch targets to the zombie in front of me. And, could make it a full attack. Won't do much, though. Anyway. Cutlass 1. Ooh.
It's a hit.
And Cutlass 2.
Oh, nice hit. Critical hit. All right.
Nice. Yep, that was the thing. Oh boy. Well, there you go. Chopped into sushi.
With a mighty slice of both, right? Because you hit it with both.
Yep.
You just cleave it right across. And this is just a small little goblin type. So with your left-handed scimitar, you lop off its head. And with your right-handed scimitar, you actually go through its core and you slice the trunk in half. And it slumps, well, dead to the ground because it is dead.
Nice.
Splooch. Oh, look at that. It's even purple blood. I love it. All right. Justin, you're up. The half-orc just literally obliterated one of those goblin zombies. Oh, you missed it. Would you like to take a 5-foot step in between? There you go.
Yes, sir.
So where you are right now, you won't be able to actually do a 5-foot step without provoking an attack of opportunity. The reason why is you actually have to go around the corner. You can't do the crossover because of the terrain. You can take,
Okay, so it's better off just to stay where I am.
or you can take the 5-foot step in front of Tirana. But that will open you up to the attacks from the other skeleton, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, I'll stay here. That's
okay.
fine.
And they'd be flanking.
And you'd get flanking, yes, that's right. All right, Goblin Zombie 2 is just going to take a little slug at you. It misses. It's just a mindless cadaver. Of course it's going to miss. Taven. You guys are all bunched up here at the doorway.
Yeah, I'm here.
You see that skeletal wolf is lining you up. It's coming after you, dude.
So if I move 5 feet and I'm still in the threat range of Skeleton 2, does it get an attack of opportunity if I only move the 5 feet towards the skeletal wolf?
No, it will not provoke attack of opportunity.
Well, you know I gotta go after the wolf.
Well, yeah.
So I'll move the 5 feet and immediately try nailing the wolf with the same attack, double quarterstaff flurry.
A double pop. Oh, a 20.
Whoa!
Nice. All right, give him the damage. I think you hit with both.
So for that, it's just...
So give me the regular damage first.
I believe so.
Yep, your 17 is a hit, so regular damage. Oh, nice. Okay, and then give me that critical hit.
Okay. Is the critical hit any different from, like, do I just double click on it?
No, just roll it normally. So there you go. Have to put that on there. All right. So, and then that's doubled. So there you go. Put that on the wolf. You just literally destroyed this wolf with 2 cracks of your bat. Way to go.
Yeah.
You ground his bones to make your bread. Ew. It's kind of disgusting.
Bone bread.
Bone bread. All right, Baron. You're feeling pretty
All right.
confident now. Your compatriots are stepping up and actually, doing their job.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to charge the skeleton by moving up and hitting it with my shield again.
You got it.
Ooh, that was
Nice
much better.
hit. Nice hit. Damage, please.
Remind me how that works again?
So drop your damage directly on top of skeleton number 1, and the damage would be on your action, the 1d6 plus 4.
Got it.
Just drag and drop it right on the skelly.
No.
Even though you did minimal damage, these are just skeletons. You managed to crack it in half. The brittle rib cage just shatters under the pressure that you put it, and it just falls apart. Down to the ground with a skull clunk clunk twice on the ground. Good.
I'll take it.
All right. Rutherd, I would like you to roll an initiative, please.
First of all, I would like to see a map.
Well, you roll an initiative first, and I'll show you the map.
Okay, just a second. I'm gonna go to combat.
What?
And in it. There we go.
All right.
Whoa.
Good old Rutherd. When he shows up, I'll put you on the map. All right. Skeleton number 2. Oh, it's got 2 nice fleshy targets. So 1 and 2 will be Tavian, and 3 and 4 will be Baron.
1 second there, Dad.
Yes.
I accidentally closed the window for the map.
You need it again? Okay. There
Yeah.
you go.
Thank you.
There, no problem. All right, and it's going after you, Baron. Because,
My problem.
why not? Sharing the love.
Yeah.
That's a miss. All right. Kalia remains cowering in the
Yay.
corner. Tirana, you've got, only 2 adversaries left in this danky little crypt.
Alright, I'm gonna go after that other goblin zombie then.
You got it.
Cut this one.
Oh,
crap.
Oh, what do we got here?
Ooh, wrong strap.
In an embarrassing move, you cut loose part of your armor and receive a -4 penalty until the armor is fixed. Fixing the armor will require 3 rounds of performing no other action. Wow. All right. You have a -4 to your armor class. Let's go into your character. Let's do that little adjustment here.
You do
Miscellaneous.
that, I'm going to attack with my other cutlass. Unless that
-4.
cancels out.
Yeah, go ahead and do your other attack.
Okay. Not much better.
Wow. Well, you're running off an adrenaline rush from your last kill, and then you did actually cut some of your armor straps, and it's kind of dangling, distracting you, blocking your arms a little bit, causing it a little bit harder for you to swing. All
There
right,
you go.
Justin, you're up. This goblin zombie is still functional in front of you. Oh my lord, you guys are terrible. Do you wish to move, or are you going to stay there, Justin?
Is there anything else I can do, or that's it?
Well, if you take the 5-foot step kitty corner, you won't provoke an attack of opportunity. You'll be in front of Tirana, but it won't provoke an attack of opportunity. So you can kind of get a little bit more better positioning.
I can't cast anything. That's,
No, a cast is a standard action.
Okay. No, that's it.
Okay. Goblin zombie number 2. Well, let's see. We got 2 targets here. So Jasin, you're going to be 1 and 2. And Tirana, 3, 4. The result is 2. It's going to go after this squishy elf. Hey, and he hits the squishy elf. That's twice now. Oh, wow. You've really got the hurt going on there now. Tirana, you see that Jasin buckles. You know, he almost kind of pukes with the punch that goblin zombie does. Hits him right in the, calf and hurts him really hard. All right. Ruthard, you arrive. You come, you've been told that your party has gone to the crypts to help in an investigation with Sheriff Hemlock. When you got there, you came up to the area and you obviously saw where your compatriots are in one of the mausoleums, and you heard the sound of battle, so you valiantly rush in and you see your compatriots fighting humanoid looking things from your point of view, and it looks like they're quite distraught by what they're fighting.
Okay, normally for me, I could hit this goblin zombie in the corner here in front of Jason.
Yep.
Although the people in front of me will act as soft shield for it, right?
Yes, he will have a little bit of protection.
Okay.
But
So
I just changed your reach with your weapon, so go ahead and attack.
So time for me to grab my dice. Put it on goblin zombie number 2. Try it.
Well, you still hit, actually, because that rolled a 13, not a 1. I saw the 1 too, but it says it rolled a 13, so you hit it. That was more than enough. It would only had a +2 to its AC, and that's more than enough to hit it.
Damage.
Yowza.
Ooh.
That heavy. It says heavy. I think it killed that poor little. No, it's not. It's still alive. They've actually are pretty tough. So, Jasin and Tirana, you guys are fighting, deking, doing your thing, and then all of a sudden, a glaive comes shooting out in between you and strikes this goblin zombie in the head, slices the head cleanly open. In fact, half of it sloughs off, but it's still standing, and you hear your compatriot behind you.
You're late.
Tavian, you're up.
Alright, technically where I'm at, does it count as flanking, or do I have to move 5 feet to my right?
You have to move 5 feet to your right to get the flank.
Okay, so I'll move 5 feet.
You got it.
And if I do quarterstaff flurry blows on skeleton 2, what does flanking provide?
A +2. So down in your modifier box, just pop it up by 2.
In the modifier box.
Yeah, right beside your dice.
Can I just roll and we can assume that?
Sure. That's easy too.
Okay, rolling.
Well, those are 2 hits. Oh no, 15. They'll both will be hit. So damage, please.
Okay. Damage for the first hit.
Ah, you smash it.
Yeah.
You smash it. It is only a skeleton after all. And so you smash down with your staff, and then you smash up, and bones scatter all over the place. Spooch, it dies. Again. Or is it?
Can I still move the rest of my movement?
No, you've taken your 5-foot step, and then you've taken your attack action, so. Because it's a full round action.
Okay. Perfect. Yep.
Baron, you're up. You guys are making short work of these pitiful little undead.
Alright. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step over here,
Okay,
and I'm going to throw a javelin at it,
go for it.
which does not hit.
It's just a small little goblin. It just goes sailing right over its head because Ruther just cut half of its head off. Had he not done that, you might have hit. Well, you're probably listed as a target for Ruther because he doesn't like gnomes.
Says who?
Says what?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you've targeted everybody. Look at that. You've targeted all of your crew. I don't know, guys. I don't think you should trust this Ruther guy. I've cleared it. All right. I don't think it was ever really said. He just, gives side-eyed glances. All right, Baron, that was your turn.
Yes. Yep.
Kalia, you are up. You've been
I have no idea what's going on.
You've been cowering in the corner, and a whole bunch of undead came out and attacked your party. So far, the fighters out in the front have been handling them pretty well. There's one left just around the corner, though, that you know that Jacin is dealing with.
I only can move 20 feet or what?
Yes. Or you can do a double move if you wish.
No.
Okay. Now you should see an adversary adjacent to Jacin and Tirana.
That's the... Oh. I can't do anything from here.
You could throw a dagger. You could shoot it with your bow.
Yeah, but the... Nathan's in the way.
Sure.
Tirana.
Just shoot him.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm just gonna stay here.
Thank you.
Tirana.
Always in the way, Nathan. Always in the way.
Yeah. Tirana.
Alright.
Tirana. I'm trying to slow it down so it doesn't sound like Tirana. There's a hit.
There's a good hit. With my main blade for once.
Ah,
and
there you go. And you have obliterated the last zombie. And a collective roar comes up from the crowd. Yay!
There's a crowd.
Well, no, just you guys. And I just want to give you guys your XP. Very, very, very well earned. Nice encounter for you guys. You can close the map if you like. We're out of combat now.
I would like to actually know what happened.
As you were in the corner at the door, cowering in fear, your compatriots...
Why do you gotta add that part in? Every other time someone's been late, it's just been like, oh, they've been on the ship, or they've been sleeping, and I'm cowering in the corner in fear.
Well, yeah.
You were stunned by the very sudden appearance of a bunch of zombies and skeletons.
No, I was not in fear. Thanks.
See, I like my narrative. You were stunned in fear, in fear, like Nathan said. Like these are undead creatures. You've never seen anything like this before, and you just stood there and did nothing for 3 rounds.
All right, just carry on.
No,
I think I can make a better one. You were initially surprised, so that's 1 round, but then you let all the bigger, tankier fellas go in, do what they do best, and you wait for the right opportunity to make your move.
You're so nice, Nathan.
Yeah, because your dad is certainly not nice to me.
Really, about what?
Yeah, there you go. Alex has it. You just saw something shiny.
Thanks, Alex.
Yep.
You're my favorite.
There you go. All right. I think we can all agree that the gnome got distracted, or that you stayed outside with the sheriff. How's that? Protected the sheriff from harm, right?
Oh, I'm done with protecting people.
Like a guardian. Yeah. Here in the vault, you guys have dispatched a whole bunch of undead creatures. It was kind of a strange sort of mix of creatures. You had 2 skeletons, humanoid skeletons. You had 2 zombie goblins and a skeleton wolf. They just kind of came out of the alcoves. You do see in this area there has been a lot of disarray. There's some of the monuments have been toppled over. You see mud tracks all over the place. You can obviously pick out that they are goblin size in some feet, and there are definitely a pair of humanoid feet. They go over to the main area where there's a big pile of rubble there now. You lose track of the footing because of the sarcophagus that was pulled out of the alcove, and that was broken up against the ground. What would you like to do? You guys are on the far end of the sarcophagus, or sorry, far end of the crypt. What would you like to do?
My vote's for investigating the door to the north of us.
Okay.
I'm going to try and repair my armor. You said it took 3 rounds?
Yes. Okay.
So just a few seconds.
Yep, you start repairing your armor. So I need the rest of you to make perception checks, please.
I was gonna say, if he starts repairing, then I'll hold fort and guard.
All right. So Kalia and Jacin, dirty 20. You guys both kind of take the lead as you're searching. You guys go up to the area where the sarcophagus has been dropped to the ground and broken open. Kalia, you find a discarded robe in the corner. It's just a black kind of unseen. No, there's no new map. There's just a regular sort of robe sitting on the ground, kind of in the pile of rubble. You quickly note that it's not covered in dust or anything, or rubble. It's actually on top of the remnants of the sarcophagus. It was actually thrown there, you figure, right after the sarcophagus was busted up. Jacin, you are more looking at the sarcophagus itself, and whatever remains were inside, they're gone. You can see where a body used to lie. You can see evidence of, years and years of decay, but whatever body was here, it's gone. And surprisingly, though, there is a lot of clutter, and there is, like I said, monuments broken, and there's placards broken, and there are some areas that have suffered some damage, but this is the only sarcophagus that actually been opened up. All right, what would you guys like to do? And actually, as you're kind of looking, I want you to make another perception check, Jacin. Okay, that's good there. Ezekian Tobin is the name that is on the placard for this sarcophagus. You don't recall knowing that name. You don't recall over the last couple days since being in town of hearing that name, but make a knowledge local check just to make sure, because it's possible you could have.
I have it.
Okay, make a knowledge local then. You're right there with him, so it makes sense that you guys would kind of talk a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. Nope. No.
Brain fracture! Brain
Yeah.
fracture!
Yep. There we go. So, Jasin, you recall that Ezekiel Tobin was the former cleric of the church here in Sandpoint, and he died in the fire that consumed the church 5 years ago. So you guys figure out real quickly that someone's robbed this tomb and stole his body
Ew.
and ran off of it. And Sheriff Hemlock comes in. He's kind of helping you a little bit with the investigation. And this is kind of in hand with him doing his investigation as well. And he turns to you and... wow, someone's sharing some notes. Great. Sheriff Hemlock, he looks over, he's discussing things with you, and he says, this is strange, yeah. Father Tobin, he died in the fire, and I don't understand why someone would want to take a corpse. It's beyond my understanding. A weirdo? Sure. You're possibly quite right, Baron. I appreciate your insight. I need to I need to go and talk to... I don't know, to be honest, if you can harness any powers from a corpse. There are necromancers that supposedly animate the dead, and from what you guys just dealt with, this could be the work of a necromancer. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. Yeah, rituals. Careful with rituals. Keep Pierre away from books. So I need to go and talk to Father Xantus about this. I thank you very, very much for your help. Obviously, taking care of undead is always a boon to any city, and I appreciate you helping out with this situation. And he looks kind of distraught, very disturbed. You can see his mind is kind of racing at 1,000 miles per minute. How about I meet you folks later? How about we meet at supper time at the Red Dragon Inn, the Rusty Dragon, sorry. Easy place to find. How's supper time we meet, and I kind of catch you up on what Father Xantus tells me. Is that fair with you?
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, so you guys leave the crypt. I'm just gonna share the map here with you. You guys were over in this...
Wait, why are we leaving the crypt?
There's nothing else here.
Have we cleared the crypt? Is there anything else in the crypt? Can we start digging in the crypt?
No. Once Hemlock came in, he also had a couple of his deputies with him, and they start taking instruction on cleaning up the sarcophagus, and they put the place under guard. So you guys can't exactly get into anything else. There was nothing else that was open other than this one destroyed sarcophagus. That ping there is showing you guys the Rusty Dragon. It's one of the more popular inns. Everybody make an intelligence check as well, please. Actually, specifically, those who were at the last session. So Ruther, don't make an intelligence check. Everybody else, please make an intelligence check.
16.
Uh,
Oh, Lord.
I have no clue what I'm doing. Wait.
All right. Well, okay. Half of
I'm
you.
horrible as this, and I still got 16.
Yeah, half of you remembered. So that place right there where I just pinged, that's the Rusty Dragon. Sheriff Hemlock has told you that he'll meet you there at supper time. Now, so you and Tavian and Jasin, no, sorry,
Yeah.
Tirana, Kalia, and Tavian, you guys remember the last time we played, actually yesterday to be very exact for you guys, when you guys battled the commando on the goblin dog. Do you remember that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You rescued a nobleman. His name was Foxglove. And he said that he would love to speak to you again, and he's staying at the Rusty Dragon Inn.
Okay.
So you're like,
Huh.
hey, we know someone who's actually there.
May as well then.
All right. What do you guys want to do? You got literally the whole day ahead of you. Jasin is hurting. He took a pummeling. Is anybody capable of doing any healing?
I don't really have too much skill in healing, but I can give it a go.
Alrighty. If anybody would like to do...
Just in general.
Who has the healing skill? Like an actual rank in the healing skill?
I think I do.
Where would you check
I
that?
also do.
That'll be in your skills.
Under abilities. Is it abilities or... Yeah, okay, skills.
Skills.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Huh.
If
Okay, no ranks, but it is
And
class
if you
skill for me.
go...
To do some healing, to actually give hit points back, you need to have ranks in this. You cannot use it untrained.
Okie doke.
It's a little house rule to allow you to do a little
So
bit of
is
basic
that-
first aid.
Is that one check mark or two check marks?
Not the check marks, just ranks, period. Right? So you do, I'm looking at yours right now, you actually have a rank in it, so you can make a roll to do some first aid
Okay.
on Jasin. And you need 15, so there you go. And you will heal. Jasin, you receive 2 points of healing. I will fix that for you. All right. A little bit of first aid from the monk. Patches up your bruises and contusions. You're feeling a little bit better. You're still a little hurt, but otherwise you're a little bit better. Yesterday was a very eventful day. You did have a lot of kind of junk and whatnot that you picked up from the goblins, and realistically speaking, it really wasn't worth any sort of value. But you did pick up a couple other little things. We talked about that yesterday or last week. There were some arrows. There was a couple potions that you guys weren't able to identify. The spellcasters could try and identify them now.
Everything is worth something to someone.
Yeah.
Rusty metals, give it to the blacksmith. Crappy leather, give it to the tanner.
The weapons that were dropped by the goblins during the fights have already been picked up by the locals. The scrap that was recoverable has been recovered. You guys got a little bit of gold. You picked up some arrows, and like I said, there was a set of studded leather that someone picked up. Other than that, there wasn't much to really pick through. These are just goblins after all. Like I said, there were 2 potions that still remain unidentified. Can the spellcasters roll a spellcraft check, please? That's Jasin and Tirana.
All right.
Well, Jacinth still doesn't know what that is. Neither does Turk.
For all I know, it's orange juice.
Yep.
it
So
cloudy?
the one potion still remains unquestionably. You don't know what it is. For the second one, I need you guys to roll another one, please. Because there are 2 potions. Yeah. I'm sorry, Nathan, because there's no ranks in it. You know you should be knowing more about this stuff, but potions aren't your bag, man.
Nope.
Yeah. Matt, which place are you talking about? Can you ping it on the map? I know it's a different map, but
I'm assuming number 50.
50. I gotta find 50. Oh, across the way. Those are the noble houses. You start asking around.
God damn it.
Yeah. Those houses, that is the Devrin family that owns the one at 50. The Kajitsu family owns the one at 49. And the Valdemar house is 47. You guys have 2 potions that you still don't know what they do. Other than that, what would you like to do for the remainder of your day?
Do we independently have money, or is it like a group thing?
You have your money, whatever's on your character sheet. And yes, you can bring the potions to someone to get them identified.
Cool, I'd like to do that.
Right, I remember that now.
There are a couple places that you could take them. Bottled Solutions just seems to be the right naming place. You go over to, I'm going to pop this map here for you.
Okay.
All right, and Bottled Solutions is right there. Building number.
Where are we?
Building 17. You're more up in this area already. You're just kind of deciding what you want to do. So literally, it's just literally down the way. You're going to be passing by it if you guys are heading to the Rusty Dragon.
So, yeah, I would like to go get them identified.
Sure, no problems. You go into the business. It's a shop. It's called Bottled Solutions. A male half-elf is standing behind the counter. He greets you warmly. How can I help you, young little gnome?
Young. I would like to get these 2 potions identified, please.
Why, certainly I can do that for you. There'll be a little bit of a charge, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Very good. So, he takes a look at it. He drops a little bit into a little tube. He does some, chemical processes, a couple little droplets of other chemicals or other fluids. It turns a color, and he goes, okay. All right. And he does the same for another one. Oh, okay. All right. So are you looking to just have them identified, or are you willing to sell these to me?
Well, I have to, I just want to know what they are.
Oh, okay. Well, very, very, very good. That makes sense. So this one is actually a potion of Cure Light Wounds. And the other is a potion of Cure Moderate Wounds.
Cool.
Oops, that didn't help. I need to actually drag and drop the right ones. There you go. So just drag and drop those into the your item slots. And he smiles at you and says, since you are the heroes of the town, I've heard all about your exploits. 5 gold for that service, please.
Okay, so how do I adjust this? Oh, never mind. I got it. 5 gold?
Yes, please.
Okay, I just changed it there.
Okay. Is there anything else I can interest in you in? I've got plenty of alchemical items here in my shop. I've got
I think that Justin is Justin with me.
Okay, so to make a potion of healing, you need to have brew potion as a feat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can make alchemical supplies. You could make like smoke bombs and anti-venom or antitoxins, acid, and that sort of stuff. But to actually convert magic into a potion, like make a potion of healing, you need to have the brew potion feat. It's a little bit more
Well,
complex.
never mind then.
Okay. You strike up a conversation with him. I want you to make an intelligence. Actually, make an alchemy check because I know you've got alchemy.
Tig,
Yes.
did you say to drop these like in our own things or?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoever had the potions, I don't know who took what.
Well, I don't know who had them, but I just got them identified. But I mean, they're potions, right? So shouldn't whoever can heal have them?
However you guys would like to do it. That's entirely up to you.
Well, I'm just gonna assume that I got them identified, and whoever wants to take them can go ahead.
You see that note, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay. You, after kind of looking at his stuff, you're not entirely sure of his skill sets. Let's put it that way. So you guys make your way down to the Rusty Dragon Inn. On the frame, surprisingly, even though yesterday turned out to be a little bit of a catastrophe, on the door frame proudly hangs that oversized ribbon that the mayor had held up, signifying that the Rusty Dragon Inn actually won yesterday's luncheon competition with the curried salmon. And you guys actually did remember that nice feast that you had. Clearly named this because on top of the building is it used to be clean iron, but it's obviously rusted iron of what looks to be some sort of dragon. You're not entirely sure what species, but it's quite obvious that the namesake is sitting on top of the building itself. You go in, and the area is actually very, very nice. Very nice setup here. It is a sort of a common sort of tavern. It doesn't sit a lot of people per se, but as it is, it's a good watering hole. You can obviously see that it's very popular with the locals. And there's kind of the setup there where you have your normal seating in the area. It's not huge. It's not even really set up for entertainment. There's a little small area in the far corner where a minstrel could set up. That's kind of kitty corner to the bar. Behind the bar, you actually see a halfling woman. She is serving customers. You also see a woman walking about serving who looks like this. She's not carrying any of the weapons, nor is she carrying the instrument on her back, but she definitely has a adventurer vibe to her. And in fact, as you're looking around this inn, you notice that there's like some paraphernalia that is on the walls that definitely kind of attribute to an adventuring life. You sit yourself down at one of the tables, and this Beautiful Oriental woman comes walking up to you, smiles brightly to you. Well, hello, heroes. You grace me with coming to my inn. And I have to say, thank you very much for what you did yesterday. And I know I have heard where you guys are staying, and nothing against them, madam, but I think it would be a little bit more behooving of you to come and stay with me at the inn. I'll give you rooms for a week for free. You guys can save a little cash because I know what the madam does to kind of earn an extra credit. So I would encourage you to grab your stuff. I got rooms for you if you want to stay here. If you don't, I understand. But hey, it's my appreciation for the work that you guys did yesterday in repelling the goblin raid. And I want to thank you appropriately for that. Oh, sorry. Where's my manners? My name is Amiko. I own this bar. Amiko Kajitsu is my last name. And I was an adventurer just like you. Earned a few gold chinks, decided to come back home, start a bar, retire. What can I get you?
I will just drink water if that is all right. I do not imbibe none occasionally.
Oh, by all means, ale all around. I'll fix you guys up. She goes off and talks to the halfling behind the bar. The halfling behind the bar is, an elderly-looking halfling. It looks like she's seen a few moons, and she gives some instructions, and you see the halfling go off and, obviously, I don't know, prepare something, get you drinks or whatnot, but she's passed on your order anyway. Make perception checks, please. Everybody's doing just so well. There are a few clusters of people in this small tavern. Actually, Jacin, you're the only one that you actually notice Aldern Foxglove. That gentleman sitting by himself at a table. It looks like he's just journaling something or writing something in some books. He hasn't noticed that you guys have come in yet. And he's at the far corner of the tavern against the wall back here. And you guys have sat up more on this table here. So he's adjacent from you, but he's engaged in writing in his journal. He hasn't noticed you yet. Would you like to approach him? All right, a couple of minutes later, Amiko arrives with your drinks, lays out a large pitcher and some mugs for everybody. She also puts down some corn chips and other sort of bar-type food, nuts and whatnot, easily finger foods, easily to eat. And you guys start engaging in small talk amongst yourselves. She goes back to the bar, obviously doing her duties as the owner. It's okay, hero. I'll take care of you for the next little while. I'm not going to be, taking care of you forever. Eventually you will pay, but at least let me take care of you tonight, okay?
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, and thank you again for what you guys did. So,
if at all, if there's anything else we can assist you with, please do not hesitate to ask.
So you guys start eating. The ale is very good. It's not the cheap stuff. After about a good hour or so, an old gentleman comes walking in. He looks like this. All right. He is of, again, an Asian descent. Everybody make perception checks.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Oh, there, another dirty 20. Wow.
3. 1
Nice.
nat.
And
That's
one
not very-
nat 20.
Thank you.
Okay. Ruthard, you notice, yeah, food is distracting you indeed. It's my problem too. Ruthard, you notice that this older gentleman, all right, he comes into the bar, he's looking about, he looks angry, he looks upset. He's definitely not here for the entertainment. He's not here for drinking. He's scanning the area. You hear him mutter something in a language that you actually don't know. It's got it's a regional dialect that you just don't know. And you get a good look at him, and he's got similar features to Amiko. In fact, they have the same sort of nose. There's definitely a family resemblance that you pick out. He kind of stomps in, pushes a little bit more further into the actual inn. Where's my daughter? Amiko! Amiko, come out here right now! And you see Amiko kind of poke out around the corner, and she's like, you could see that she's got this look on her face as in, like, what? Like, there's recognition, but she's got this, I don't know, this perturbed look on her face is probably the best way to describe it. She comes walking up to the old man. They start exchanging a lot of conversation in this language that you guys don't understand at all. Like, none of you I know have this dialect. It's definitely like the Asian equivalent of this world. And you're kind of watching, and she tries to drag him off to the side to try and maintain some sort of, good air of things, or, trying to minimize the conversation so it isn't such a spectacle. But he's having nothing to do with that. He doesn't care about who's watching. He's starting to raise his voice, and you see that he grabs her arm and tries to literally pull her out of the inn in a surprise move. Would anybody like to do anything?
I stand up and I put myself in there on his way out.
He bumps into you while he's trying to pull his daughter. He looks at you. He's like, "What do you want? Get out of my way. You have no business here."
Something wrong, sir?
It's none of your business. Get out of my way now. And just as he's confronting you, Amiko pulls her arm away. And you can see he had a pretty good grip on her arm. She's got like the indents of his fingers on there. He turns to her, and it's definitely a curse. He says something very inappropriate to his daughter. And yeah, that'd probably be about right. Alex, what you said? But anyway, he says something to her, and she hauls off and just belts him with the ladle that she has in her hand. Just smacks him up top of the head. You see him take the hit, and he kind of crumples a little bit because he's a little bit of an old man. And he just like, how dare you? How dare you insult me like that? And he just looks her dead in the eyes and says, "You're as dead to me as your mother." And just turns around and walks out of the inn. The rest of the inn itself is just absolutely silent. And in fact, Jacin, you look over to where Foxglove is sitting, and he's staring there, and like his face is just pitch white and shocked by this behavior. And you guys kind of lock eyes for a moment, and he looks at you, and you see a moment of recognition in his face, but you can see that he's too proper to get up and come and see you. But after the commotion dies down, Amiko, she kind of brushes herself off. She looks at her ladle and says, "Well, I guess I need a new ladle. I'm not serving jackass stew tonight." And then the rest of the crowd kind of laughs, and it breaks the atmosphere a little bit, and business returns back to normal. And Amiko goes back to the back of the room to go back to the kitchen. All right. As the crowd returns back from the awkward silence. This is the opportunity, I guess, Aldrin was waiting for, Mr. Foxglove. He comes over and brings his pitcher with him. Hello again. It's good to see you. I didn't notice when you came in. I apologize. And I apologize for what we just saw there, too. It's very improper of a father to behave like that in public to his child. Best I can do is apologize on his behalf, even though I don't know him very well. May I join you?
Yes.
He pulls up a chair. He sits with you. Again, thank you so much for literally saving my life last night. If it wasn't for you, I really don't want to think about what could have possibly happened. My name is Aldern Foxglove. I actually came to Swallowtail for the festival, which I assume you guys did as well. But I come from Magnamar, which is just south of here, a large metropolis if you've never been there before. But I'm here for a day or two, just kind of doing local business, and as part of business, I was representing my company here for the festival. I'm due to actually go back home in the next couple of days, but seeing as we definitely have a group of heroes here sitting right here in front of us, I was wondering if you wanted to join me. I was going to be setting up a boar hunt. I don't know if you guys are into sport hunting, but the Tickwood has a large population of boar, and I'm sure that Amiko would be happily and very grateful to get some boar meat, and I'm sure she'll do a good job cooking it up for us if we would like to go and do a hunt. Would you like to join me on the morn for a boar hunt?
You got my attention. I might show up.
Well, tell you what, since I owe you my life, all right, I will make sure that you have fine horses to go on this hunt. In fact, I'll buy you horses and tack. I'll make sure that you're properly outfitted. My gift to you for saving my life. Quit shooting shit in the wall. Just said you have better manners than that.
Boar hunt sounds sporting.
All right, well, I'm staying here at the inn, and I don't know where you are staying, but how about we meet in the morning, and then we'll go over to the stables. We'll get you fitted for some horses, and we'll go out and we'll go to the Tickwoods. Tickwoods is only about half an hour by horse. So that's probably why you'd want one. But yeah, meet me at the Goblin Squash stables in the morning, and we'll get you all fixed up. And before you can...
Excellent.
Yeah, before you can actually say where is the Goblin Squash stables, it's actually right next door to the Rusty Dragon. You guys literally walked past it when you came to the dragon, Rusty Dragon. So, pony. Yes, they have ponies. They have ponies. They can outfit the smaller.
And a stool, perhaps?
They have very, very, very small ponies and very large dogs. What's your poison?
No, I'm staying away from dogs, thanks.
What? Why?
All right. So, do you guys want to? What do you want to do? You've been offered lodging here for a week. You do have some articles over at Madame Mavashti's place. Nothing major, but you wouldn't have taken all of your stuff with you this morning. You do know that the sheriff is going to be coming to see you here at supper time. Unless it's magical healing, Jasin, you've done as much as you can for the day. You can get some magical healing. Maybe you can go and talk to the father, Father Xantus. He healed you yesterday. Maybe he can do it again. The Amico. Oh no, it's not the morning yet. It's still the day. Amiko doesn't show her face out in the bar. She seems, you've kind of figured she's probably embarrassed, but you're not entirely sure what the whole interaction was about. Maybe it had something to do with the goblin raid. Maybe as a father, he's trying to be protective of his daughter. You don't know. Do you want to try and maybe suss out some information from the locals?
Well, we could ask, we could go and ask the one that is healing us if he knows anything of it, get the healing done, go back to our former lodgings, get what we need from there and see if there's anyone there that might know any information, and then make our way back to our current lodgings to meet the sheriff at supper.
That sounds like a sound plan. All right, so you guys go over to the cathedral. Father Xantus does see you after a little bit. You discuss with him about your need to, get a little bit of healing. Was Jasin the only one that had damage? No, Tavian, you had a little bit of hurt as well.
I believe I was, only a couple of points, but if we're getting healing, I might as well, right?
Yep. All right, he has you, anybody who's been injured asks you to gather round. He prays to Desna, and you've all been healed 13 points. So you guys are all healed up. Boom, boom. And you feel very religious all of a sudden. Like, oh, that butterfly god, she's a good healer. What else can I do for you? Oh, heroes of Sandpoint.
It was a peculiar situation, Father. We were just at the Rusty Dragon Inn, and the proprietor, Miko, her father, came in and caused quite a stir, quite a commotion. Do you know anything about her and her father? We didn't even catch his name, unfortunately.
Ah, yes. That I do unfortunately know about all of that. So the older gentleman, his name is Longiku Kajitsu. In fact, he's one of the kind of the founding families of Sandpoint. Consider it our noble families here in town. Longiku's had a little bit of troubles lately. His wife died a couple of years ago. She fell off the cliffs at the manor house. Unfortunate incident. His son, who, well, there's a very strained relationship there. Let's just leave it at that. At the funeral, his son accused him of murdering his mother. And as you can imagine, that didn't really go well in a public setting and with his father. There's just definitely a schism in that family. Miko more or less went against her father's wishes when she decided to become an adventurer. And he disapproves of Amico having that business in town. And it's quite surprising. You said he came into the inn. I think that's probably the first time he's ever gone into that place. Sounds like he's perturbed about something.
He came in and he grabbed her, and she pulled away, and he said some very hurtful things, that she was as worthless as her mother had been, or something unfortunate along those lines.
That's so unfortunate that you were witness to that. That's unlike Kagetsu. He's usually quite a reserved individual. He's never really had such open outbursts before. But when you lose a spouse, I guess anything can happen. Changes you a little bit. And that's about all I really know. I'm not really privy to the gossips of town. I just know the facts. And Justin, you asked about necromancers. I've heard of necromancers. I doubt there's any here in this town. Too small for that sort of practice. Maybe in Magnamar, it's a larger city. That sort of stuff can be hidden a little bit better than in a small town. You show him the cloak, or you tell him about the undead? Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, Sheriff was by here earlier after you guys took care of that undead menace, and of course I thank you. The undead, the abomination that they are, need to be destroyed anytime that they are discovered, and you did a fine job, as I've been told. I'm not privy on how to bring back the dead like that. I know with the powers of the gods and goddesses that a person can be brought to life, but necromancy is spoils that I've never studied and I have no intention of studying. But do you hand him the cloak that you found? I would say, it's a good question. We have a few adepts here in town, but really they use their magical skills for magecraft stuff, repairing small items and earning livings off of that. And we haven't had a spellcrafter roll through here in years that displayed any sort of power. You could talk to some of them. They might have a little bit more information on the magics. The proprietor of the Way North, Vesnut Pharaoh, he's actually a wizard. Not an overly skilled wizard, but he knows magic. He more, deals with cartography. That seems to be his repertoire, but he might know a little bit that could help you. He runs the shop called The Way North. Again, he does more maps than anything, but he knows a bit of magic. He might be able to give you a little bit of information. It's just up here to literally the north, a couple blocks away from the cathedral. And you go in and there is a gnome tinkering away at, not tinkering, he's actually at a very large drafting table, and you can see him working on a map quite fervently. A gnome, woot, yep. He looks up and he's got like these big spectacles on, very gnomish sort of look. Oh, hello. How can I help you? He smiles very brightly to you, Kalia. No one else is understanding that, eh? He switches from, you see Kalia discusses something with him in Gnomish. He returns some greetings to her in Gnomish. But he's a businessman, so, well, how can I help you today? You come to my shop? Don't look like sailors, but how can I help you? Oh, well, I'm Vesnut. Vesnut Faru. How can I help you? I got wonderful maps if you're interested. Some of them might even have a little bit of twinkle. Necromancers. My goodness. You've gone from one end of the spectrum to the other. I have... Yes, you definitely roll pretty harsh. A long time ago, I had a run-in with a cult that were just north of Magnamar, but not more than a few days away. He pulls out his map of Varisia. He points directly at Sandpoint right here, and Magnamar being just south. It's about, roughly about 3 days ride. He tells you, the Lost Coast, it brings in the scallywags. It brings in the dubious types. There's lots of coves. There's lots of places to hide. And whenever you get places that you can hide things, you get the unsavories that tend to make use of those sort of areas. When I was younger, and we're talking about 20 years ago, I ran afoul of a group of mercenaries who they worshipped a foul god, and I, oh goodness, trying to remember. Goodness, who was that? Started with an L. They called her the Mother of Monsters. They were not nice people. Let's put it that way. I was lucky. I was able to wow them with my prowess. I sold them a couple maps, and I vamoosed out of there. The Mother of Monsters. That's what they called their goddess. Anyway, they were some nasty folks. Again, that was years ago. They make a religion check. If anybody has religion as a skill. Not untrained. You need a rank in this one. Anybody with a rank in religion?
Knowledge religion.
All right. Not untrained. This needs to be trained.
What? I've got 2 check marks. How is this not trained?
No, you need it in. You need an actual point in it. That's what I'm trying to say.
A rank.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need a rank in it. At least a rank. This is getting into naming a deity from its monikers, right? So it's a little bit more just common stories. No one has it? Okay. No worries. So like I was saying, I ran afoul, but I managed to escape with my wits. As for in the area, I've not heard of necromancers in the area, but like I said, this whole coastline there's so many little nooks and crannies that could be anywhere. Anybody hiding secrets. Why do you think there's necromancers in the area? Oh, that's a good reason why you might think there's a necromancer. That's odd. What did you find in the crypt? I'm not a necromancer. I have my magics, but nothing to that extent. It would require a much powerful wizard than myself to be able to animate the dead. Oh. May I see that? He takes the cloak from you. You see him cast a spell. Who has spellcraft? Oh, look at that. He's rolling good now. He casts it, easily you identify it as detect magic. And he kind of does the and he's studying it for, more than a few seconds. So this is interesting. This used to be a magical cloak. Had you found it, you could have sold it for some good coin. Now it's just a basic cloak, but the Dweemers are still there. There's still some traces of magic. This item is called what it used to be. It was called a robe of the bones. For just simple explanation, a robe of bones, when it's made, so it's a cloak, and it's got these little embroidered figures on the cloak. And after it's been made, the user, essentially anybody who owns it, you don't actually have to be a magic user at all to use these embroidered, but you'll peel off one of these embroidery creatures, and then you'll throw it to the ground, and then it magically turns into what the creature is depicting. And typically, these robes, a robe of bones, like skeletons and zombies, and sometimes with more powerful ones, you could have like ogre zombies or like a horse skeleton, but they would be crafted into the robe, and then the user, like I said, anybody could just peel it off the robe and throw it to the ground, and it magically becomes whatever that item was. You said that yes, or a wolf. Yes, you're right. Big, tall, half-orc, scary-looking woman. I respect half-orcs. Yay. Absolutely. So you found this robe discarded in the catacomb. It's a good question, Mr. Elf. Let's just put it this way, it's not that expensive. 2,500 gold can buy you a robe. If the person has the means, they can easily get it. Not here in this town. You would have to get it elsewhere. Magnamar, no doubt about it. You'd be able to get it easily in Magnamar. Yes. Digging up corpses? Sorry? What? Huh? Someone desecrated corpses? I don't know anything about that, but that's what this item is, or what's left of it. You got a nice cloak here you could probably sell for 20 gold. But yeah, essentially any one of you could use this to summon undead, if that's a good word for it. Is there anything else I could help you with? These areas are old. There will be lots of ruins, lots of graveyards, lots of ancient Thessalonian artifacts all over the place, which, if you're a collector, you can make a mighty fine dollar. There's no doubt. I do have a good map of this area. And it'd be my pleasure to give this to you for services that you've rendered to this town. So in your inventory, put down that you've got a map of Varicia. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And I hope I've helped you give you some information. If you need any help identifying stuff, come see me. As an adventurer, I'm sure you're going to run into some interesting things. Getting close to dinner time, and you guys are heading back down towards the Rusty Dragon. All right, perfect. And that, my friends, is a good time to Rusty we go. And that's a good time to end the session tonight. As you guys go into the Rusty Dragon, Sheriff Hemlock is sitting there patiently waiting to update you on what he knows of his investigation thus far.